Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of God, 2014 is a gift of God for all humankind, and I do believe that we have to do our best for the safety and for the brighter future for the human being. Being a peacemaker, I have to address the issues and put the light on the fundamental and determining factors important for peace. We are living in a beautiful planet of the universe. We are enjoying all kind of necessity and each and everything which is enjoyable for us. But unfortunately, our own brothers, our own sisters, governments, NGOs, and a lot of activists are trying their best to achieve their goal for the peace, for the solidarity, for better understanding, and for the safety of the human rights, to make the world a better place to live. But unfortunately, our goal is not achieved. There are so many reasons. The basic reason is injustice. And the other reason is a thinking of that of a broader and a greater power. And this phenomena is destroying the world badly. Just let me give one example. During 2012, about $1,800 billion was spent for the defense, for arming, and the related departments, and for the innovation of some kind of material for the destruction of the human being. We can't understand that just one country, US has spent more than 550 billion US dollar, and this money was 54% of the important departments, such like the part of education, health, and the defense, and 54% was spent only for the defense. And there is a certain amount which is not included on it. For example, war against Afghanistan, in Afghanistan or Iraq, this money was not included, and also some other important related department which was indirectly or directly related to defense. The same is the condition in the world. If let us see that thousands of children are dying every day due to hunger, due to the not clean water, due to the lack of medicine, due to the lack of food, and due to the lack of care. It is just a tragedy. If just 15% of the total defense budget of the world is spent for more than about 900 million people who are living under poverty, that can be definitely for this money, for the 15% of the defense expenditures of the world, there could be a great change and there will be no person to die for the food. Many ask that if there is enough production of food, yes, world is producing up to 20% more food of the basic requirements. But only in big countries, big cities, wastage of the food is enough to feed our needed people of the world and needed children who are dying is enough. But who is thinking to take care of them? Yes, there are certain NGOs, there are certain organizations, and including organizations like United Nations. But unfortunately, United Nations is not working as it was planned to work. United Nations is unfortunately not doing his job as it should. The reason is very clear. The major country of the world, rich country of the world, are using United Nations as a political tool for their own benefit. I don't want to condemn or I don't want to say anything else, but I will say that there is a need of the time to open our eyes. We have to support peace for better living, for better understanding. And in determining the factors for the peace is not only the absence of war. It is not that wherever there is no war, there is a peace. Peace is a basic need, just like food. And interestingly, if we are not in peace, we cannot enjoy the food. We cannot enjoy good living. We cannot enjoy the luxury cars. We can only enjoy our life if there is a peace everywhere of our surroundings. Peace is not a one-day task. Peace is not for time being. It is a dynamic process. We must go every day, every second of our life for better living. Let's say one thing, and we have to admit it, that you think peace for yourself, so you must think peace for the others. It is not possible that the injustice and without equality we can achieve peace. For achieving peace, we need equality. And equality means equality. That when equality is existing everywhere, we can enjoy the peace. And the other determining factors for peace, there is equality on the basis of when we have a regard, understanding, willingness, and to acceptance for in all regards. It's not possible that we can achieve the peace without any willingness. People has to come at all levels, in all problems, to sit together, to listen together, and to work together. We can see that in the last century, so many millions of people died in wars. Just an example of the First and Second World War is enough, that about more than 200 million people were died, and there are a lot of more people died in other wars. And if we see the natural disasters, human has beaten the number of the killed in the West. In the end of the last century, the tragedy of attack on Iraq was happened. In the beginning of this century, it was started also with war. There are still ongoing wars. There are some serious matters. The case of Bosnia, case of Afghanistan, case of Iraq, and now the case of Syria, Egypt, Yemen, Sudan, North Korea, and now even in Pakistan. Every day the people are dying for the drone attack with the name of war against terrorism. And a lot of countries are facing political pressures with the name of economical sanctions. For example, Cuba is facing economical sanctions more than 62 years. Since 1962, sorry, I want to make correction, since 1962. There are other countries facing sanctions, including Iran. And most of the intellectuals of the world are against such kind of political decisions. Zionists and imperialists are also trying to have a greater control in the economy of the world. And this dream of the greater control on the world economy is actually destroying the peace of the world. I must say that the peace, who believe on peace, who trust in peace, could be a greater leader of the world. And to achieve the peace and the real peace and to maintain the peace, there is a need to be punished the peace brokers. We need more peacemakers. We need more and more and more active movements in favor of peace. It's a great tragedy that the so-called democratically leaders are also misusing the power of the people votes. And this example is unfortunately coming from the major powers. The role of certain countries, and let me say, including USA, what they did in the case of Iraq is shameful. What and how much people have been killed until now for their willing of war. There's no justice in this world anymore. Let's say the case of Palestine. That how the policies of double moral is killing peace in Middle East. How the people was killed in Bahrain and nobody was ready to even say a few words in their favor. How the innocent people are dying every day due to interference of inner and outer powers in Pakistan for the religious violence. Unfortunately, the religious violence is also a major problem in maintaining peace. In so many cases of the world, if we start from Latin America to China, there are small or bigger or different level of troubles are existing in this world. There is only one reason, that the willingness of peace is decreasing, or the peace brokers are gaining more and more power. Being a peacemaker, I will ask and enhance everyone to come and join us for a better life, for peaceful life, for world without war, for political justice, for justice at all levels, for justice and understanding, for prosperity of the people, for having food and education, for having the medicine for all needed people of the world. Let us make agreement with your own hearts that human being will increase their efforts to achieve their goals for the peace in year 2014. As much as we will try, we will gain peace. We have to be united, and the people of the whole world has to be united. I must pay salute to the all nations of the world and each and every person of the world who is trying to gain peace and work for the prosperity of the humankind. May God bless all people of the world, all humanity of the world. Thank you.